certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A toss to Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. They find some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 66 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the third leading rusher of the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he's upended after a... Gain of 2 out to the 27.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, these two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. And the Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was a Falcons victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in January of '99. Gary Anderson missed a field goal to potentially win it at the end of regulation, and then the Falcons would get the victory in OT 30-27, and they were off to the Super Bowl. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Hey, Echo. Mike, check 59. Let's get it.
On 1st down, Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley. 56 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
Slam. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Hatchet. Check 3. Check. Gun. Check 26. Gun.
They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a run with Cook. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Yellow. Back to you. 43's the mic. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Watch twist. Watch 50. Twist. Gun. Hold. Good routes here.
They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
SOS. Two. Tighten up. Watch out.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Switch. Jim. Hey, flipper. Check 25. Check safety. Two. Black. Watch safety green.
Now Cook. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Two. First. Out. Watch the edge.
From the 44, Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Cook running right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. On play action, Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Check, 43. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing slide.
On the carry, it's Cook. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Watch the run. Check 43.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pick it up. Check 9. Showing it. Showing it.
Rhino.
Check 3.
Gun.
Cook. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. All right, 25
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 52 yards. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Here's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a 1st down.
Check 15. Check 15. Let him go.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Now the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Cousins now. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
Yellow, yellow. Gun. Hey, receiver. 49.
They go play action. Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Being chased out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Ready, 25. 55 to mine. Switch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, foxtrot. Check right. Watching you 5. I'm coming after you. Check high. Ready to go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Lets it fly for Treadwell. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards that time. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Bandit. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Second and 10 now. Ryan. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First down, Falcons.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Ready, blue 80, blue 80.
Check 55 to Mike.
22. Space. Hey, Mike 7.
55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, 61, sub. Chris don't travel.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check, 59. Let's go, baby. Turn it over. Get that ball. Wait. Get that ball. Check 59. Mike. Got it. 59. Mike to 59. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Ryan now to throw on third down. The open man is Smith. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Hey, 59, ready.
Mike 59. Mike 59. I'm coming for you, son.
Hey, Zoo.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43.
Check 41.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Kill. Hey, South. Banjo. Get up.
Here's Gurley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
21. Switch. Good dash. Come. 11.
From the 31, Ryan. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now it's Gurley. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. And that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Ryan. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. A big play there out of Cook. 48 yards.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one 4th quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. On the ground, it's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Gun.
2nd and 11 now. Cousins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
It's 4th down.
Bailey's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Ryan. That's complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
25. Hey, right. 54.
Ryan. Complete to Jones. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch twist.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 45-yard line.
Coming to you. Guys. 21. Hey, orbit. Right there in the middle. 55.
From the shotgun, Ryan. This complete to Jones. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run. It's Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again they run with Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Hey, express! Right there, 54, right there. 54 Mike. Here we go. Hatchet. Check three.
Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is indeed good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give him the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
Let's go, baby.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check 52. Check. One.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion.
Check. 50. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, Clifford.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
True on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words. Make sure to tell him, if he doesn't have anything, get out of bounds. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is, because they've got to push it downfield.
Bravo. 43 for Mike. I'm coming after you. Mike's 43. Lynch 50. Don't let him breathe. Play that. Hey, we're good. Don't let him breathe, defense. Hey, seam 6. It's our deal.
Now Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. He'll look to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check nickel. Hey, can. Wide.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here's Cousins. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. 3 for 3 so far, and a 4th would win it. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Thinking back to 2015, didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know.